It's my second time recording it, and the reason for that is the first time was fucking terrible. I don't know how to make these kinds of videos, but here I am, because I need to keep my content up somehow, and I want to make videos that I want to do, and this is one of them. And what are we doing today? The topic of the fucking video, because I hate this topic so much because it keeps coming back up as a discussion over and over again, and I'm so sick of addressing it. So I'm just gonna make this video, right? And every time it just comes up in Discord again, I'm just gonna link this because I'm so tired of like arguing the same thing over and over again. For those who haven't understood it yet, the topic of the video is not what I agree with, but it's what a lot of people agree with themselves. Now, some people may have said, all right, that's it, he doesn't agree, I'm done with it, and just clicked off the video. But for those standing, I will expand on why people think of that, why people, argue that, and I will myth bust the fuck out of it and expose the truth. All right, let's get into it. Let's analyze the evidence. So there's not much to analyze because they have one point of discussion that they constantly bring up, right? The end user license agreement. So what is the end user license? Actually, let me just first go over where this discussion usually happens. I've seen it a bunch of times on Reddit and the Dead by Daylight forums and whatnot. The main place that I actually argue about this is the official Dead by Daylight Discord server. I'm a game shooter in it, if you didn't know, so I'm kind of active in there a lot. At least I try to be whenever I'm not busy. And something they keep constantly, not constantly, but it does come up a lot. It's, whenever Survivor Friends come up, it always ends up in comms, it's cheating, it's blatant cheating. Now, what did I say? It's the end user license agreement. Now, if you don't know what the end user license agreement is, it's basically the thing that you sign when you open up the game first. And whenever, you know how sometimes this tab will open up and will want you to agree to it? Every app has it. But sometimes it will, keep coming up in front of you. And, the reason it keeps coming up is because they will update the end user license agreement. So you have to agree to the updated terms. But basically, the end user license agreement is the set of rules that you have to abide by, right? It's like a game's laws. And if you don't abide by it, you get banned. Simple as that. And, so they like to cite the end user license agreement to say that, using Discord or Steam or Skype or Facebook or your fucking phone, right, is not allowed. Why do they say that? Because there's a bit that reads, use of third-party programs to gain an unfair advantage is bannable and shouldn't be done. Third-party softwares are basically softwares that are not a part of the game, right? And, things like Discord, it's not a part of the game, so it's a third-party software. And when you use it to gain an unfair advantage, you get banned. But the thing they keep missing, even though when they're talking about the end user license agreement and they're trying to cite it, it says unauthorized third-party programs. Unauthorized. Do you know why it says unauthorized? Because there have to be authorized third-party programs. Because in section 4 about if you were to go to that end user license agreement, Control F, look up third-party. In the 4th section, right, it says Dead by Daylight itself uses third-party programs, right? Most games do it. Most games need a third-party program. So for example, for the HUD, right? Developers can choose to program their HUD in a completely different program to which they're using and run it to the servers through that. That's an example. So a game is basically itself using third-party programs for it to run, right? If you didn't use the third-party programs, the game wouldn't run. Therefore, the game would automatically be done. Therefore, you would lose. Therefore, technically, you're still using a third-party program to gain an unfair advantage that the game did not allocate you, right? And the second point that they like to make is that in conjunction with the end user license agreement, saying that Dead by Daylight itself doesn't have comms built into it. Fair enough, that is a true fact. So I'll address both of them one by one. I don't know why my parents are just vacuuming. What the fuck is up with that? I hope you guys cannot hear that. The first point is, end user license agreement. Like I said, they say unauthorized third-party programs. Guess what program is authorized by the devs? Comms. So Discord, Skype, Facebook, your phone, WhatsApp, wherever the fuck, right? As long as you're not literally what you think of cheating in a game would be, you're not doing that, right? And you're just comms. That third-party program is authorized. And the devs themselves have said it on multiple occasions, on Q&As, on streams, when addressing end user license agreement, when addressing built-in comms to the game, right? They've constantly brought it up, saying Discord, Skype, whatever you want to use to communicate with your friends, it's fine. It's not bannable, right? And whenever I say this, they keep citing the end user license agreement, almost as if like someone else wrote the end user license agreement and the devs are just using it. The devs wrote the end user license agreement. They wrote it. Like, need I say more? The people who wrote it say there's an authorized list of third-party programs that you can use. And then they go on to say and clarify that Discord is one of the authorized ones. Therefore, it's not bannable. If it was bannable, where are all the Twitch streamers and all the YouTube content creators who do Survive It Friends? Why are they not getting banned? What is up with that? There's evidence of them cheating according to you, so why are they not getting banned? Not like the devs are wary of banning their top content creators. They have in the past, even for unjust reasons, right? Like, they're not wary of banning their top content creators. It's a huge point of discussion. So why wouldn't they, when they're actually, going out of their way, consistently, staying out of the end user license agreement? Point one. Point two, the argument is that, the game itself doesn't have built-in comms, therefore it's cheating. Most people don't know this, so I'll give you a little history lesson on Dead by Daylight. When the game was originally getting planned, right? It was meant to be an individual game. It was meant to be a solo game, right? It was originally going to be one survivor versus one killer. That was the original intent of the game. That's how it was designed. If you were to look at the old system with custom games where it wasn't actually implemented, so you know how in the game currently when you go into Survivor, there are these three silhouettes and you click on them and you can invite people in, right? That's conjoined, right? The Survive It Friends and Survivor is conjoined into each other. That's not how the game was, right? Before game's release, the devs actually had to implement Survive It Friends separately. So basically, in the old days, right, Survivor, like Solo Survivor, and Survive It Friends were different lobbies. It's the truth. Because the game was originally intended to be 1 versus 1, and then they implemented 4 versus 1, right? But that was later in the process. So then they had to implement the entire Survive It Friends bit later on. So they never worked on building comms into the game, right? So when the game came out, it was just the way it was. They just implemented the little bar where you can like message people and talk to them, right? That's all they implemented while implementing these stuff. And then they just weren't bothered, right? It's so much work to implement functioning and proper in-game voice mechanics where you like comm mechanics, right? It's work. And as we all know, behavior is quite lazy, right? They barely do any fucking work unless it's necessary to do. So, like, all right, why? Like, that's the reason there are no in-game comms. And that's just the way the game came out. And that's just the way the game is currently going, right? It is what it is. And that's the reason why there are no comments, because originally that's not how the game was intended to be played. Simple as that. So, there you go. 2 of your points. Myth busted. Right? If you're watching this because I sent you this link in game discussions, please stop. It's useless discussion, right? You're arguing for nothing. You're quoting the end user license agreement. It's written by the devs, and the devs themselves have said it's okay. So please stop. It's tiring and it's pointless. Stop. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video. And if you get into this discussion, feel free to send this video and share it around. If you have any further points arguing that Survive with Friends and comms is blatant cheating, feel free to message me, comment on this video, reach out to me on Discord. You can join my Discord server, which is going to be in the description. Feel free to join that. Feel free to message me. I'm pretty active on Discord. Or reach out to me through the Dead by Daylight Discord server. Just ping me, or join my streams. I stream on Twitch, Chrome_Jesus, whenever I can. Try to, but school is on, so I have a lot of work to do, so that's not really happening. But feel free to join that as well. But yeah, I intend to make more of these videos where I bring up common points of discussion, or I argue multiple different things that I want to talk about. So yeah, more videos like this hopefully coming, because I don't have to edit them. So it's quite easy for me to make them, and it's more content for you guys to watch. So it's a win-win situation. But yeah, that being said, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Adios.